Hi, I'm Albert.
Hi, I'm Danny.
Hi, I'm Jazz.
Hi, I'm Toby.
From T Gamer State.
Alright, hey yo, what is going on, guys?
What's up, guys?
Welcome back to the show. And so, talking about how we did this time around. I pulled this guy, and I ended up going 7 and 9, and you ended up going 10
and 6, which is not as good as I could have done. But
Yeah.
it was close enough.
It's better than last week. Now our overalls so far is I am 19 and 13, and he is 17 and 15. So you're literally 2 games away from being.
We'll get it this week.
Okay, so going over what happened this past week, the Bills and the Jets. This game, honestly, it looked like the Bills were gonna get it. Like they were just gonna freaking
Take over.
They were gonna take over, but the Jets, I mean, they are just stacked at wide receiver right now. They are insanely stacked.
Now, 2 Marshalls, Decker.
Yeah.
Matt Forte looks like he's in his prime.
Yeah.
What?
Offensively, the Jets are unbelievable, which is kind of scaring me a little bit. But defensively, the Jets were susceptible to big plays from the Bills.
Suspect. Well, like you said last week, Darrelle Revis didn't play.
Yeah.
It's everybody's island now, so for rats.
I think they'll end up moving him to safety sometime through the year. Yeah. To protect his name and his career and not getting burnt. The Giants and the Saints. This game was stupid. It was stupid as stupid can possibly be, man. Like unbelievable. One touchdown, one real touchdown, and it was, I think Drew Brees was the one that threw it to Snead.
Yeah.
And oh my God, it was just
points.
Odell Beckham didn't show up. Victor Cruz had in a couple nice plays.
Yeah, Sterling Shepard. Well, obviously
he was the one that really balled out. Which is pretty much how the Giants ended up winning the game. And the Titans and the Lions. Honestly, I thought the Lions were gonna have this. Matthew Stafford trucking the hell out of what I think it was a Titans linebacker. Insane. But Titans ended up winning it. I think they chewed up enough clock to really seal the game for them.
This has to do more with matchups.
Yeah.
Like game planning, just too much, not enough time for Stafford to get into the game groove.
Yeah, as well as they did end up losing a player, which we will bring up before we get into our next week's picks, or this week's picks. My bad. The Cowboys and the Redskins. The Redskins did not again show up, unfortunately. But the Cowboys, I think they were just a better team. I think defensively they were better, offensively they were better, but people want to blame Kirk Cousins and they want to already send him back to the bench.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Kirk Cousins' fault.
Too soon.
Yeah, and his wide receivers didn't really help him. The run game didn't help him, as well as the defense didn't help him. Josh Dorman didn't fucking help him. So,
actually, Matt Jones did pretty good. I think he rushed for over 100.
Yeah. I don't know. It just wasn't really consistent.
It was more of the receivers and the defense not making key stops.
Yeah.
But I mean, he had some shady throws, but you can't blame the whole thing on just him alone.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Redskins.
But again, I don't think he deserves it though. The Chiefs and the Texans. The Chiefs, I think they're scrambling for wins at this point. I think that week 1 was a fluke, and it kind of proves it this week.
They need Jamal.
They need more than just Jamal, I guess.
I think Jamal will help them back. Get back to what they need, consistency.
And the Texans, to me, I think defensively they're okay. The shining star, of course, is J.J. Watt. But offensively for the Texans, they are just on fire right now. Will Fuller is just lighting it up. Lamar Miller is is pretty good. You know, I think the Texans are one of those teams that, and they're not going to be consistent all the time, but they're going to be more than likely they're going to be okay for the majority of the season.
They'll probably end up winning division. I can see that happening.
Yeah. Dolphins and the Patriots, my Patriots. Freaking, this game was over in the first quarter. 3 touchdowns by Jimmy Garoppolo. If freaking Kiko Alonso did not hurt him, this game would have been over by the second quarter. The Dolphins would have been crying. They would have not even wanted the ball. They would have just ran out the clock and that was it.
They could have stayed kneeling down.
Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Jacoby Brissett came in, obviously managed the game enough. LeGarrette Blount did just enough. Scored a touchdown, 100-yard game to ate up enough clock to seal the Patriots' victory. The Ravens and the Browns. The Browns were up in this game.
Wow, that game was weird. The Isaiah Crowell was looking like some type of reborn AP.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't believe the Ravens should have won. I think the Browns really should have won this game, but they just stalled offensively, and the defense couldn't get any stops. I don't know if it was too much of the Ravens. I don't know. I think that they blocked.
A punt.
They blocked. Yeah, they blocked the field goal and they took it all the way back. And I think that's what started that comeback.
Yeah.
I guess they decided to play football this time. Joe Flacco didn't really look good though.
He looked, I guess, average. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's still getting used to Mike Wallace's speed and stuff.
Yeah. Panthers on the 49ers. 49ers were competitive for a while. And Panthers ended up taking the win. Cam Newton played.
He played
lights out.
A good game. Good game. It was a good game. He could play better. Kelvin Benjamin looks like mid-season form.
Where he gets hurt again. The Bengals and the Steelers. This game was ugly, but not in the ugly way that we wanted to.
Thought it would go.
Yeah. This game, I mean, it was just terrible. I mean, there was a couple ugly hits, but like when we were thinking that it was going to be an ugly game, we thought questionable calls, a bunch of headhunting probably, hurting other players,
taunting,
and that wasn't really the case. It was just neither team really did anything good. I mean, Antonio Brown kept dropping all the passes.
Bad football.
Ben Roethlisberger having to rely on other receivers to get open. Couldn't really. I think the Steelers ran the ball a little bit better.
Yeah.
The Bengals couldn't get anything going.
D'Angelo, I mean, they're probably gonna get better with Marcus Whedon and Le'Veon.
Yeah. But still, just an ugly game. But not the way we wanted it to be. The Bucks and the Cardinals. Yeah, I really do believe that the Buccaneers are up and coming. They are young, but I think they need another year or so. They will be better. They aren't ready for big time football, obviously. And the Cardinals proved that. They threw the ball deep a lot. Larry Fitzgerald, I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Carson Palmer with 32 fantasy points.
And sealing a Cardinals victory in cold hard fashion. The Seahawks and the Rams. Rams ended up pulling this one out of their ass, actually.
I think it was more of how hurt Seattle players are right now.
Yeah.
And depth, like you said earlier. You had
I think the Seahawks defense has started to take the hits of where they've lost so many players to the point that I don't know if they can really be that defense that they were a couple years ago.
I mean, it was a close game. It was 3-9 for.
But I think the one thing that people tend to miss is that these two teams are rivals. They know each other better than anybody in the NFL, and it's always going to be a close game no matter what. And the Rams beat the Seahawks twice last year.
That's true.
So
and missed the playoffs. Still missed the playoffs.
The Falcons and the Raiders. Raiders aren't doing as good as I thought they would. Although Derek Carr's still looking pretty good though.
Yeah, he's still there.
Julio Jones. There we go. I don't know what's going on. He's okay, I guess.
I mean, he had the game-winning touchdown catch.
Yeah,
if I'm correct.
But he hasn't really looked like
the dominant, Calvin Johnson type of player he normally is.
That could be because maybe they're just paying a lot of attention to him, but I don't know. Like
they don't really have anyone next to him besides
Mohamed Sanu.
Mohamed Sanu. There you go.
The Jaguars and the Chargers. I'm not of the mindset that the Chargers should blow anybody out. Any team, no matter what.
Without Keenan Allen?
No. So, and that's what they ended up doing.
And without Danny Woodhead, which
Yeah.
will be
Yeah, we'll be talking about that a little bit later. How does somebody blow out the Jaguars? And I'm not saying that the Jaguars team is really all that good, especially defensive wise, but
I think they can be.
how does the Chargers blow this team out? Melvin Gordon did have a good day though.
Yeah, he did have a good game. He had 3 catches for 18 yards, 21 carries for 105 yards.
Yeah.
It's one of his first few 100-yard games.
And he might have a couple more throughout this season since the injuries and whatnot. The Broncos and the Colts. This game, I guess we all knew like who was gonna win. I mean,
Yeah.
there's really not a whole lot to talk about. Andrew Luck's not looking that good. He doesn't have that many. The targets that he's throwing to, I don't know. They're not as good as they were a couple years ago.
I mean, they're just not big compared to Dez Bryant or Julio Jones, or as athletic as Odell Beckham or Antonio Brown.
And I think the Colts are just missing a lot of pieces right now. That their team isn't consistent. And defense, and they're not that good either. The Packers and the Vikings. Now, I did believe that this game was going to be one of those games that was just going to be very weird, and like there was a lot of history behind these two teams, and there is actually. Mike Zimmer and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has not done good against Mike Zimmer at all, and it pretty much showed again this time. He did not look good. And the Vikings Sam Bradford looked like he was MVP for a while there.
He outplayed Aaron Rodgers, and it does not look good right now. Since last year, I mean, if you look at the stats, Blaine Gabbert has been playing just as good as Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know about that. I mean, Aaron Rodgers did look good week 1.
And look at the stats.
Stats can only tell you so much now. Come on. The last game we're going to talk about is the Eagles and the Bears. It looked pretty competitive for the first quarter, maybe first half, until the Eagles decided to play big boy football. Carson Wentz decided he wanted to win the game, and that's what ended up happening.
And Jay Cutler got hurt.
Yeah, but
Well, he had a bad pick, but it's hard.
yeah,
It's hard defending.
the Eagles didn't really help out Carson Wentz a whole lot. They did drop a lot of passes,
Yeah,
but then they ended up coming back and ended up playing very well. And that wraps up our recap of what happened this past week. And now we're going to move on to some of the injuries that occurred during week 2. One of the biggest ones is AP.
Adrian Peterson.
AP is done for the year. And I think at this point of his career, I don't really know if that's going to help him out at all. Sorry about that. My phone goes off sometimes. I don't know that AP's done. I think maybe one more year and maybe he'll hang it up. If he doesn't hang it up this year.
I feel like wherever he goes, because I don't think he'll, unless the Vikings are that crazy that they just want to keep paying him.
He's consistent. I think that's the thing.
Yeah, I don't think he'll want to be a number 2 though.
Yeah. Or he's a substitute for certain packages on the field. Maybe that.
The goal line.
Amir Abdullah ended up getting hurt, and we don't really know the status so far, at least right now. But I don't think he's gonna be done for the year. I think he's gonna miss a couple games.
He'll be back probably by like week 5 or 6.
Yeah. Russell Wilson, obviously another big one.
High ankle sprain.
I think it's catching up to him. I don't know how long he can keep this up.
I think they need to,
Need to sit him down?
Yeah, sit him down for a couple weeks.
If anything, for one game. But I don't know. I think the Seahawks rely a lot on Russell Wilson to keep that team alive. Other than the defense, Doug Martin again got hurt. I don't really, and I think
Tyler Lockett's hurt too.
Tyler Lockett. I haven't heard anything about that yet. But Doug Martin, I don't know. Like, there's a plague on the running backs this year.
Yeah. You mean Thomas Rawls?
Thomas Rawls, another one. He got hurt last year, and then he got hurt again this year.
That's just a matter of rushing him back. It was just too soon.
your running back, Jonathan Stewart, getting hurt again. Or he hasn't really gotten hurt all that often, but he gets some nagging injuries sometimes.
Always, yeah, it's continuous. So I'm not sure how worried the Panthers are right now at this point.
Although he's got a hammy and
a hamstring and a sprained ankle. So
I don't think you should mess with that.
Yeah, I think he should take a couple weeks too.
Danny Woodhead, most likely maybe out for the season. And he used to be a Patriot, and I kind of feel for the guy. I don't know. I think I don't know how the hell
he's still walking.
I feel bad for him.
Legend.
Sammy Watkins getting hurt in the Buffalo and Jets game. I don't know. I saw him come back in the game a couple times. I think in the last couple plays he didn't end up playing. I think that was more of a decided. That's it. That's
the game.
And last but not least, Dante Moncrief getting hurt. I don't really know. He hasn't really shown me anything since he's been in the league. But again, these injuries, they suck for those teams. Oh, how can we also forget freaking Jimmy Garoppolo getting hurt? Actually, supposedly he might be a game time decision, so it might affect how I decide in the next segment. So now we're gonna move on to our week 3 picks. All right, so first game, Patriots versus Texans, Thursday night game, which is tomorrow. Game time decision for Jimmy Garoppolo to be back in the game. Gronk might play as well. I'm gonna take the Patriots in this one. I mean, no matter how it's gonna go, this is gonna be my game of the week, quite honestly, because I think this game's gonna be entertaining, and it might end up coming down to the last play of the game. I'm gonna take the Patriots by 3.
I will take the Houston Texans by 21. I think it's gonna be a blowout. Just Jacoby Brissett plays, or Jimmy Garoppolo, who won't be at 100%, obviously.
Not to mention, Julian Edelman might also come in
as quarterback. Wow, can you imagine JJ Watt chasing him down? Wow.
Julian Edelman's fast. I don't think JJ Watt's gonna catch up.
From under center?
Come on now. We're talking about a wide receiver going up against a defensive end.
They're gonna botch at least one snap. There's no way that doesn't happen.
No.
With Julian Edelman under center.
No, Julian Edelman's got the best hands in the NFL. Anyways, the Jaguars and the Ravens.
Man,
the Ravens haven't been looking good, and the Jaguars haven't been looking good. It's a toss-up.
So I'm gonna keep. I've been on that Jaguar bandwagon, and I shall stick to the Jaguar bandwagon. And I will take the Jaguars with a touchdown by 7.
Okay, so I'm gonna also take the Jaguars. I don't know. I think the Ravens are really scrambling to try to win now. So I'm gonna take the Jaguars, but I'm gonna only take them by 6. The Lions and the Packers. Packers, definitely for me. I'm gonna take the Packers by at least 14.
I am gonna go ahead and take the Lions by 10. Now, everyone's probably like, what? This guy does not watch football. This makes no sense.
The Lions haven't been looking good.
I'm just going with a gut feeling.
Okay.
Lions by 10.
Vikings and the Panthers. So your team.
Panthers, obviously.
Okay. Nobody saw that coming.
There's no game plan. It's going to be obviously easier to stop Sam Bradford and Stephon Diggs. Not saying that's going to be an easy task, but no AP, no all day.
What do you have him by?
I have him by 14. 2 touchdowns.
I'm going to go with the Panthers as well, just because I think they're just better overall, both defense and offense. But I'm only going to take them by 10. I think Sam Bradford might keep it close.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cardinals and the Bills. I'm going to go with the Cardinals. I'm going to take them by 14.
Man, what a tricky game. Wow.
What do you mean tricky?
That's a tricky game.
The Cardinals only lost to the Patriots, and it's the Patriots, so they'll probably lose to the Patriots, but they freaking destroyed the Buccaneers. How the hell do you think the Bills?
That's not. I mean, okay. Obviously, I want to take the Cardinals. I'll take them by 15. It's just it'll be a closer game.
I'm not gonna help you decide. Were you gonna choose the Bills or were you gonna choose the Cardinals?
No, I'm choosing the Cardinals by 15.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just
like I did not influence your decision right now.
Calm down, Skip Bayless. I'm not Stephen A. Damn. Jesus Christ.
Shut your mouth. Rams and the Bucks. Both teams not looking so good. Rams especially not looking so good. I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers. I think offensively, I think they're better, and neither. I don't know. I think the Rams beat the Seahawks just because I think they're rivals and they know each other. I think the Bucks are gonna win by 6 points.
I'll take them by a field goal.
Steelers and the Eagles. Steelers.
Yes, Steelers. Just, I think, go completely against Carson Wentz, but I think this will expose him to all the Eagle fans. Like, I don't think he's at that level. Just like, the Steelers just exposed, another team.
What do you have them by?
I'll take them by 24.
Wow. I'm going to only have them by a touchdown.
I just don't see the Eagles defense, holding that offense to that,
Yeah, but the Steelers haven't been really consistent with that. Chargers and the Colts. The Colts haven't been looking that good at all.
I will take the Chargers without Danny Amendola, who I think
Danny Woodhead.
I think Melvin Gordon will have another 100 rushing yard game.
I'm gonna choose the Chargers as well. I'm gonna have them by 10 points. And what are you gonna have them by?
I have them by 10 as well.
The Redskins and the Giants. Redskins have not been good at all, and the Giants haven't been good. But I think the Giants are more talented, so I'm gonna go with the Giants. I'm gonna have the Giants. I get again 10 points.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the Redskins.
Okay.
I just feel like the tight end wise, Jordan Reed lines up better against that defense.
Okay. How much?
I'll take the Redskins by 10.
Browns and the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are gonna win this one. Yeah. I'm gonna take the Dolphins to win by 14.
I'll take the Dolphins by 17.
Broncos and the Bengals. This is a toss-up game because I think the Broncos defense is good, and I think the Bengals defense is kind of good as well. I don't really know
about the offense of the Broncos, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the Bengals simply because of Andy Dalton and AJ Green, as opposed to Demarius, who's a little banged up, and with Trevor Siemian.
Mm-hmm. How much are you going to take the Bengals by?
So I'll take the Bengals by a touchdown.
Okay. I'm going to take the Broncos by a field goal. I just think that defense is just a little bit too good.
Yeah, that defense is good.
The Raiders and the Titans. Really two young teams and...
very odd matchup.
Who are you going to take?
I'm going to take the Titans once again, just like last week. They proved me right.
Okay.
Just too much of a control the clock for the Raiders, and I'll take them by 2 touchdowns.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I think their offense is pretty good. Their defense has been very suspect, but I don't think the Titans have any weapons to really throw the ball to.
Besides Delaney Walker, who had 100 yards.
I'm gonna take the Raiders by 10 points. Next up we have the Seahawks and the 49ers. Russell Wilson, I probably think he'll still play.
Yeah, he probably will.
The 49ers don't have a really good history of winning against the Seahawks. So I'm gonna go with the Seahawks by 3 points.
That's gonna be a nasty game. So I don't want to choose the 49ers, but I'm gonna go ahead and take them by 6.
Okay.
I think Blaine Gabbert is playing actually pretty good right now for the team that he has.
The Jets and the Chiefs. I'm gonna go with the Jets. I think the Jets are pretty dominant offensively, and defensively, I guess they're just okay. They're decent. They can do enough to at least win. So I'm gonna go with the Jets, and I'm gonna take them by 17 points.
Wow.
Who are you gonna take?
I will take the Jets by 8 points.
8 points. Okay. Next up, we have the Bears and the Cowboys.
The Bears and the Cowboys.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I'm gonna take them by a touchdown.
I will take the Cowboys by 21 points.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but.
I do.
And the last game we're gonna talk about is the Falcons and the Saints.
The Falcons and the Saints. Okay, it's just my prediction was 21 points.
Okay. Come on.
I'll take the Saints just because of how close they've been playing everybody. As bad as I want to take the Falcons and Julio Jones, I'll take the Saints by a field goal.
I'm gonna take the Saints as well. I'm gonna take them by 6. I think they have the opportunity to win, especially since the Falcons' defense isn't really that good, and I think the Saints have enough weapons to win this game. And that is gonna wrap up our predictions for Week 3, and we'll check back in with you guys next week. And if you guys like this video, by all means hit that like button, as well as subscribe to our channel. Our social media links are down below as well. Go ahead and follow us. We'll keep you guys updated. As well, if that's a video completely sucked, there's a dislike button right down there for you to press. And we will see you guys
Next week.
in the next video. Peace.
Wasn't so